But let me go into some things right quick. Let me go into some things right quick about. And so the thing is, when you talk about pork, that's one of the things that they got from the Jews. That's one of the things that they got from the Jews that was living at that time in Arabia. That's still a very recent, that come after Alexander. You understand what I'm saying? That's just to show you that even in the Quran, do y'all understand that Alexander the Great is considered a prophet? I got him in there. You can look it up right here. It's called Dual Quran. Quran, or however you pronounce that. I think it's Carnan. Okay, Dual Carnan. Okay, Alexander Macedonia. They call him the two-horned one. The two-horned one. Okay, is a prophet in Islam. Now it's up for debate whether when you can look it up. I didn't get a chance to get the particular. It's there. I saw it. I just didn't get it out there. And so, but that just show you, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling they came through there. Why would they have such a preference for Alexander? You see what I'm saying? Alexander was the first one that cracked, that coalition of African nations from Egypt over to Mesopotamia. And so he cracked and even went to India. So he was the one, and then once he cracked that canopy of African coalition, then all them vagabonds, they still didn't pour in there, but that was their first entrance down into these areas. You see what I'm saying? But the African was already there, and a lot of times, see, they could creep into Arabia somewhat because it wasn't looked at as no prime real estate. Only the southern region was looked at as prime real estate. So if a motherfucker crept over there, you know what I'm saying, they probably could hang out without somebody really, really fucking with them. You see what I'm saying? And so the majority of them came at the time of the Ottoman Turks when they came down there and conquered Mecca. You see what I'm saying? And conquered, and so a lot of them Turks came down there too. And so that was another, you know what I'm saying, another push from the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. You see what I'm saying? And that's really one of the reasons why, see, the Jews really didn't want to fuck with Muhammad. You understand? And what he was trying to pull off, because they didn't just fled from up there. You understand what I'm saying? Them goddamn Romans was already cracking their head. And so they had to flee up out of there. And so with his allegiances and shit, and looking to, got preference and shit for Alexander and this, that, and the third. And I can go deeper than that to show you a lot of them, the Quran didn't stole. I ain't gonna say stole. They probably just, who the Romans helped compile that shit. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't have no books. Okay, so they helped them to create a lot of that. You understand? Them Catholics is in there. The Jew is in there. Both of them is in that book. You see what I'm saying? But the Jew didn't really want to fuck with them because they was claiming, that Serapis, which later became Jesus, was a prophet, and they did not ascribe to that. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever little, support they might have been showing Muhammad at first, when the Meccans showed up there to knock on that door and say, send him on out, they sided against him. And for that, you understand what I'm saying? They began to exterminate them Jews up in there. Matter of fact, I got the Dr. Ben got a timeline to show where they wiped them out. But other than that, you understand what I'm saying now? Talking about praying towards, let me show you if I got that in there. And another thing that I can show you that they took from Judaism was that really Muhammad was a carbon copy of Moses. You see what I'm saying? And so when you read this, it says, and the children of Israel saw the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face shone. And Moses put the veil on his face again. So they saying when Moses got face to face with God, his damn face lit up. And it was so bright that he had to put on a veil. And so I'm wondering every time I see damn Muhammad, he got the damn veil on. You see what I'm saying? He got the veil on like Moses. See, this is Moses, and this is Muhammad. Let me put Muhammad on there. So, and not only that comparison, you understand what I'm saying? Muhammad receives the recital, from the angel Gabriel, Jabril, whatever, on Mount Hira, and Moses receives the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai. You see what I'm saying? And so he's actually just, carbon copying Moses. You see what I'm saying? And now you didn't carbon copy Moses. You didn't took laws, because the laws, the dietary laws, even circumcision. They took circumcision from the Jews. That was in Arabia. And so we got to understand that the so-called, now we know Walter Williams, we're going to work with it. Just the rudimentary shit. It's still there, though. It's still there. And I'm going to show you what Dr. Ben, if you go into his book, here it is, The African Origins of Western Religions. You will see this timeline in there. You see what I'm saying? And so you see right here, 610 CE, Muhammad receives his call from the archangel Saint Jabril. Okay? 615, flight of Muhammad, the Hajra, and his followers to Ethiopia, East Africa. Some exclude Muhammad from this event. Other writers declare he was with this group. Okay? And so now this is 620 CE, Muhammad's night journey on the clouds from Mecca to Jerusalem aboard the seventh heaven, according to Muslim holy scripture. So this is so even in his mythology, he goes to Jerusalem. You see, and that's where he ascends to heaven. Okay, that's where he ascends. So right there, you checking in. He looks at Jerusalem as being divine. You see what I'm saying? He looks at Jerusalem at that time was the most holy city. It wasn't no damn Mecca wasn't holy at that time. Jerusalem was the holiest city in Islam in the very beginning. Okay? And now you start seeing right here, 626 CE, black Jews, the tribe of Nahir, exterminated by the Muslims. No more than 12 of their number remained, but they were expelled from Arabia. So when they didn't want to side with his ass, what he was doing, he was thinking that he was going to adopt a lot of the Judaic religion, and the similarities would make them convert. But because he claiming to be a prophet, according to the Torah, they prophethood had ended. And according to the Torah, there would be no more prophets until they return back to Israel under the Messiah. You understand what I'm saying? So they won't have no more prophets. So when he started saying things that was out of their belief system, they lost a lot of, and then when the Meccans started heading that way and motherfuckers was talking about how large that army was, they was like, wait a minute, I don't think we want to be a part of this. You see what I'm saying? And so, and that's when, see, this is the real shit. This is when he stopped facing Jerusalem and started facing Mecca. When he knew he did not have the support of them Jews, he started looking to Mecca and praying to Mecca. You just got to use. You can't get all off into